There you go. You're already going. Just watch out. You're in the thoroughfare for it all happening. And Alex might say something like, Alex might swear before.
I'm going to be further away than you used to.
Oh, why? Is that? Oh, yeah, okay. You be mindful of them having an argument right now. All we can do is we can walk past them. Here,
Wally?
Jason asked to look at press code, whatever press code is, Wally. He said, could you please have another look? Yeah. Yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine. You got me for a while.
EJ, Sassy, Uni, Foxy, Toss.
And don't swear because he's like filming something. Oh, you can swear.
Tony asked to look at EJ?
No, because No. He can tell you.
We'll take EJ off the list. We'll do it after she goes next Tuesday.
Yeah. He doesn't mind. I actually saw her at the farm last week, so she's fine.
She's got a good gallop next Tuesday.
Yeah, so cool. Let's do it after that. That's fine.
What else?
Yep. Hi guys, we're just doing serious stuff here at Alex and Chuck Ray. Here's the brains. Here's the brains behind the.
Alright, Riley is putting a row on.
Awesome.
And I just gave him a pizzling as well. So.
Oh, did you? That's good. He'll be happy then. Is it I've got to be his therapist as well as fix the horses. I'll put him back together again.
3 times. I'm trying to take a video and he turns towards the opposite direction. He's a very frustrating boy.
Oh well, but we love him. Someone's got to. Yeah. Cool. All right. Thanks, guys. So, hi guys. How you going? How are we? You're too far away, Drew. It feels weird. That feels odd.
Your microphone, can they hear you?
Oh, guys, yeah, we are testing a mic. So, can you hear me? Is what Drew's asking.
They shouldn't be able to hear me as much now.
Oh, so maybe you can't hear Drew, but you can hear me. Is that what's going on? We just need a yes or a thumbs up or something like that.
Clear. Thank you.
Oh, how cool is that? That's this thing.
Where are you, please?
Oh, we're in Melbourne, Australia. We're at Cranbourne Racecourse, and we're actually at Alec and Chuck Ray's race stable, and it feels weird because you're too far away. And so if you're too far away, I feel like people need to zoom on there.
Better for YouTube.
No, better for YouTube. It's got to be, TikTok are my favourite people. You realise this, don't you? They can hear me. Anyway, so it's a beautiful sunny day in Cranbourne. Yeah. And we're at Alex and Chuck Ray's. And we're just going to work on a few horses, and we're going to give you guys the opportunity to ask questions. We've got Riley, the extraordinaire, who always helps me here. Riley has got just an incredible amount of knowledge. He's probably going to be a little bit grumpy when he starts. Riley, how are you? I'm just talking you up on TikTok, mate. I'm just saying how awesome you are. Sorry?
Hi guys.
Yeah. How are you, man? What's happening? What's going on? You look homeless. You're wearing all your clothes all at once. Yeah.
Jeez, that's very kind.
They can't hear you, no, right?
Very kind. You're just a great guy, ain't you?
It usually starts like this, doesn't it? Or something like that. Anyway.
You're just a great guy.
Who we got?
We've got...
Who are we starting with?
We're going to start with... Where's the horse?
So for those guys watching, it is probably around 9 o'clock in the morning in Melbourne, Australia. And we're going to do a bunch of horses. See you, Drew. We're going to do a bunch of horses. And Drew's filming from way too far away. And so if you can't see me, or you're not going to be able to see what we're doing with the horses, that's Drew's fault.
6 horses.
6 horses. Cool. So we got 6 here we're going to go over. The first one's called Press Code. Now you're going to be able to hear, I think it's Tony. We'll see who's here. No, it's not Tony. You're going to hear the farrier in the background as well. Do we have any comments or questions or anything happening, Drew?
Pleasure to have you. Thank you, Mr. Riley. Yes,
We don't want to hear about hot, thank you very much.
And in Australia, wearing coats.
In Australia, it feels like Canada. So, so right, this one's called Presco. We're at a thoroughbred, we're at a race stable in Cranbourne. Cranbourne's probably one of the biggest training facilities now in the Southern Hemisphere, I think. And so we just go through. This is the weekly thing at Alex Ray's, and we're going to go through and we're just going to go over horses, and we're going to find stuff like this that we're going to look at. Get that? Cool.
So Christian can work his magic.
I want to see, hang on, I'm going to see what Drew's looking at so it stops freaking me out.
Great, I can see.
Oh yeah, okay,
see the
cool.
whole thing.
All right, so anyway, so you're getting the raw thing, so if people walk past and call me words.
Mike is watching from Arizona. It's hot here too.
Ah, yeah, well, it would be hot in Arizona and Europe and everywhere else except for Australia because it's our winter. So this horse, you can see it's just been clipped. This is what this stuff is. Yes, we still brand here. Everything is fine. The whole front is fine. What we've got is we've got something through the rear, yeah? So we're going to determine it's not lumbar. We don't have a spinal issue. We don't have any sore muscles through the lumbar area. We don't have a medial glute. It's specifically through either the sacrum or this biceps femoris. It's not going into the stifle. We got a little bit of hamstring. So I'm just going to open this horse up and treat the stuff, treat what we got. So we'll treat what we find. We're looking at this muscle, yeah? Sorry I keep poking it, but I'm just making sure that you can see this on camera. How are you, Drew? What's going on?
How are you?
Yeah, good. How's your week been?
Good, thanks.
Did I tell you I got knocked out by my fridge door on my birthday?
I was there.
Yeah, got concussed. I work on horses all week, and what happens, I get concussed by my fridge. At first hit puts in the jaw and the hip, and then I put it back up and wrote warning, do not open fridge. And then I opened the fridge and got clocked in the head and concussed myself.
Happy birthday for Monday, great man.
Hey?
Happy birthday for Monday.
Thanks, man. Thank you so much. Anyway.
Caroline, yes, it is our winter. It is freezing.
It is freezing. So anyway, here's the opportunity. We are live. You can ask any questions you want. You can ask any questions about the horses because Riley is here to help us, and then you can ask any questions about me or the usual live stuff.
Where's oven mitts gone?
Yeah, I don't have oven mitts. Riley always has a joke about like the George Costanza me wearing oven mitts thing. Like I should be having. I got a legal hand, so I need to protect them. So Drew, do you want to mention anything about where else they can find this or look at this or where they're gonna, or the website or any of that sort of stuff?
Yeah, sure. I don't know, seeing we've got the lapel mic plugged in, if people just
Oh, of course, yes.
But, well,
I don't know if they can.
We're going to be live for a couple of hours on TikTok, so please share the live and let's see how many people we can get on here.
If you didn't hear that, share the live. Share live what? Share
Share,
live.
like, subscribe.
Feel free to ask anything you want. If someone can tell me if you can actually hear me.
Can you guys hear Drew or can you only hear me is the other question.
We've got a lapel mic plugged in and we're not sure.
We're trying this thing. We're trying this thing.
But please share the live. Drew needs a mic. Yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah, sorry. Okay, so please share this live. We're gonna.
Quieter than normal, because normally I'm right next to the
Can they hear you though?
Yeah, I think they can.
Okay.
Some people are saying both.
Yeah,
I
cool.
don't need a mic.
No, Drew doesn't need a mic. He doesn't want a mic. He wants to be quiet.
You've been muted.
Can't really hear Drew. All right, well.
No, that's all right. So what we need to do, shall I?
Yep,
Shall I?
continue with
All right, so we're going to be live for 2 hours, about 2 hours until 11 o'clock our time. And we're just going to go through a bunch of stuff. What you can do is either share this live because we're going to be on for a little while. So for anyone that you think is going to be interested in this, I'm just going to show you this again, right? So that's biceps femoris. I'm just going to treat it. Anyone that you think would be interested or wants to ask questions or any of that sort of stuff, feel free to share this live. I'm also on YouTube, Facebook.
Yep. We'll cut this all up and come up on YouTube.
Yeah,
so nice clips, individual clips.
Yeah.
And Christian will also be cutting this up and putting it back on as separate TikToks.
There we go.
We're going to do about 2 hours worth of
TikToky stuff. All right, so that's the difference, right? So I've just treated that. You can see that. And it doesn't matter how hard I poke this, there's no response. The other side, which I haven't treated yet, you can see is still reactive. I was mindful then because I don't want to get myself kicked, but you can see that this already backed off. So there may be an issue in the sacrum. It doesn't feel like it. It just feels like a biceps femoris strain, but the rest of the horse is amazing. So, I mean, you could see it on the screen, Drew, more than I can. I think the horse looks good. Has had a clip job.
I'd like to know what would normally cause this issue.
So this is, yeah, so it's biceps femoris. That's caudal biceps femoris that goes into the stifle. It's usually caused by, in racing, it's the power part of the muscle. In dressage, it's also when you get horses to sit. Same in reining, all the horse sports. When they're sitting, this is the muscle that they use. When they're jumping, they use the inside. So that's actually, I'm happy with that muscle to be sore, or to look like it's under load. And so I'm actually pretty happy. I'm just opening up all the fascia, and fascia is the slippery stuff between the muscles. So I'm just opening all that stuff at the moment. Riley's found a friend. What's this guy up to, Riley?
Just slow way.
Yeah, all right. So he's just starting.
Same time.
Now I'm just opening the shoulder up here. I put my leg on the front just to stop the horse from getting away from me. You might have heard that little pop. That's just a little bit of gas in the joint. No drama. Anyway, welcome to the live. We haven't done one of these for a while, Drew. It's a beautiful sunny morning.
No, as user 23705891483 just noted, we never see you anymore on live.
Yeah, sorry. We need to reboot ourselves, I think.
Shay, yes, please ask a question. Go for the live, Shay, if you can hear me.
Yeah, ask a question. Shay, did you say?
Yep.
Cool. Do you want to just spin it around? I'm just going to spin this fella around.
Beautiful day to go back to lives.
I know, it's a gorgeous day to go live. Hi guys, how you going? Welcome to Australia. Anyway, no, I haven't been live for a while. I haven't done videos for a while. I did put one up today. I put one up about medial glute. This is what we're doing on this horse, just in case you missed it. There's a bit more medial glute involvement in this side, so this side's a bit more touchy. Oh, sweetie, sorry. Everyone's getting loved up by the horses. Anyway, so I was in the UK. The UK was incredible.
How was that?
Mate, it was so good. It couldn't have gone better.
On your mic that she can ask a question, or they
Oh,
can ask a question.
Shay, yeah, anyone, please ask questions. Shay, definitely ask a question. Apparently you've, Drew's going to read them out and I'm going to answer them.
All right. Kerry says you do the most wonderful work. Say thank you to Kerry.
Thank you.
Love.
Do
Do you ever
Thank
come
you,
to
Kerry.
California?
No, but I'd love to.
Shay, my horse has a chip in the stifle.
Yeah.
So is there anything that I can do to make it more comfortable?
No, you know what? Until I'd refer stuff like that onto vets. I don't deal with bone. That's a vet job. I would definitely be treating any muscles that are sore around the stifle, like this one, biceps femoris, caudal biceps femoris, maybe the hamstring, or any compensatory stuff. I would have a look at. But your vet is your best friend on that particular issue. Yeah, any type of chip or anything like that, I'm not qualified to really be doing much about it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Do you ever come to Montreal?
No.
Canada?
I know we're actually pretty popular in Canada. No, I've just had a trip in the UK for their main race season for Royal Ascot. It was incredible. Jane Chapel-Hyam was my person that got me out there, but I was able to treat for all sorts of incredible people. Ed Dodnott, William Haggis, Marco Botti, Charlie Fellows, William, it's going to come to me. Names are not my big thing, obviously. But it was incredible. The people were amazing. The horses were awesome. Newmarket was just absolutely mind-blowing. But it couldn't have gone better. I did do a presentation there, which was amazing to see all these people come out and watch me work. I think we capped it at about 100 people and had a wait list and then had to stop taking any calls, unfortunately.
Love Davina would like to know, what is this horse's profession?
Oh, this is a racehorse. So this is a thoroughbred. It's a racehorse. It's in slow work at the moment, but we're in a racing stable.
And obviously I know, but for the people who don't, slow work is...
It means that they're just starting to get it fit.
Right.
So it's not really, it's in the early stages of getting ready. Riley can answer that better than us, better than me. Riley's the man.
Any reactions still left on this one that we...
Yeah, so right here,
Okay.
right here, yeah? So what we got in this one, we got medial glute, biceps femoris, yeah? So that's what we're doing right now. I'm going to get behind and I'm going to make it go away. Magic hands. So there you go. Hey, so this is cool. So we haven't done one of these for a while. I know I've been like shying away from the camera for a bit. We do that occasionally. You have to get stuck into your work, and then we get back into doing this sort of thing. I love doing this. So please, keep the questions coming. If you have any questions about the horse or about me or about my trips or whatever.
Muscle that you just did in the front of the horse, what's that called, please?
Which muscle in the front? I wasn't quite sure.
You were separating the...
Oh, that was the shoulder. It's just separating the shoulder from the neck, this part here. I'll just concentrate on this one for a second.
I've got a question for you, Christian.
Oh, go for it, Riley. You've got the studio audience is having a
Who
question.
is your favourite horse you treated in Newmarket?
Oh, I'd have to say I liked a little horse called Eskimo Pie. Now, she wasn't necessarily the best, by racing standards, but she was just cute and cheeky. Little Eskimo Pie. I liked, I got to treat so many. Eskimo Pie I got to spend some time with. I don't know if around the world there used to be an ice cream here in Australia called Eskimo Pie. So Jane called her little horse. So there you go, Drew. Sorry, I'm dancing around. Yeah, we got a little bit still here. So clearly we've got like either, you know what, because the thing is usually if I work through the back here, if there's any twitch, I'd expect a nervous referral down there somewhere. So I'm just thinking that this is, well, don't work with children or horses. So I think it's just a good biceps femoris strain. I don't know how well were you going to go with the sun there, Drew?
No, it's okay.
Is it all right?
Actually defining the muscles
Yeah, right.
in shadow. All right, hang on, here we go. We've got some questions.
Cool, let's have some questions. You all right, mate?
The bunch, here we go. All right, here we go. How much of your work is energetics versus muscle manipulation, or is it both?
Oh, it's both. So I open up fascia, so it's probably fascial manipulation more than muscle. It is a very large component, you would say, of energetic work. But what I'm actually doing, I was very, like in my early days, I wanted to make sure that I could diagnose a problem, treat it, and then show it fixed, like we just did with this horse, right? You call it... There's so many different versions of energetic work, I guess. I'm initiating a response in the muscle by my fingertips, much like you do on a mobile phone, right? Because you make it all move. So I initiate a response in the muscle and it trips out the Golgi tendon mechanism, which means it releases the muscle. That mechanism goes tight. It doesn't realize it's doing it. It does it subconsciously or like autonomically. And I just get all that muscle to release. So I open all the fascia on the horse and then I go out and trip out the muscles, muscle by muscle.
Again, love Divina or Divina. So sorry for murdering everyone's names. That's what I do. This is the first live with you, and it's absolutely fabulous to see you work. For explaining.
All right, no worries. That's what we're here for.
Marissa says, sorry, just joined. What exactly are you feeling for when you treat?
Oh, I'm feeling for, it depends where. So we're going to start on a new horse. So when I'm checking, I'm looking for any involuntary spasms like this little one here through the neck that we got. And so what I do is I know that that's a muscle that's in spasm, dysfunctional, whatever, sore, whatever you want to say. We have all these different terms, right? So I like to say that it's dysfunctional. So we have a dysfunctional muscle that's in spasm. I open up the connective tissue and then I treat the muscle by touching it and tripping out the Golgi tendon mechanism. Now, the thing about that is that's very osteopathic. There's a whole bunch of different parts to that, because by opening up the fascia, and we can see this one's just going into a little bit of a zone while I'm doing it. We open up the fascia, which means the muscles can slide along each other properly, and then I treat the muscle so the muscle is back in integrity and so it can function properly. So,
Sorry.
no, you go. So it's a two-part thing.
TMJ soreness shows up every time Cairo works on him. There's actually puffiness around both rides in.
Yeah, TMJ, you know what? I mean, so whenever, look at this fella. Whenever I look for TMJ, like if you're palpating, just roll through the muscle. TMJ goes through here, right? So just roll through, you can see. It's just like, that's the jaw. This part's the skull, this part's the jaw. This part is the joint muscle, that's a temporomandibular joint. And so all I do is roll through here to find out if there's any sensitivity. If you're always treating TMJ, then maybe try C2, which is just under here, or hyoid as well, which is actually the bone at the back of the tongue. There's muscles that go from that into that jaw. And so commonly it's going to be your hyoid, not your TMJ. TMJ is common as well, but they're the ones that I usually look at. And I think that they often, and clearly, as people have seen, I always say,
it's never
not the pole, right? It's not the pole. So the thing is, we don't have any sensitivity on any of this on this horse. So clearly the people who are riding this have got nice, kind hands. But a TMJ, hyoid or C2 issue can come from pulling back, wind sucking, cribbing, like a whole bunch of heavy hands, a whole bunch of different stuff.
How did you learn to do this? It's amazing. The LMB.
God. How did I learn to do it? I originally a bow and therapist. I'm going to put the rug back on this horse. Originally a bow and therapist. I had a BMX accident, and contrary to what people believe in Newmarket, I did not die for 10 minutes and come back with this gift. I did, however, I was in hospital, and I decided that I wanted to do something different from running nightclubs, which is what I was doing, or bars. And I wanted to work with animals, and so 26 years down the track, that is what this looks like.
And been very, very successful.
And been very successful, thanst Riley.
Horse neighbours, yes.
Hey?
There are cute horse neighbours.
Yeah, we have.
Is it cold there? 90 degrees Fahrenheit.
Sorry, talk to me, I can't.
Have you treated a muscle in their face?
Yeah, TMJ? Is that what we're talking about, yeah?
Where do you feel for the hyoid?
Oh, under the jaw, between the throat and the jaw, but you kind of curve your fingers out towards the jaw because there's a fan of muscles that go in there. I'm going to do this while I'm writing notes, right? So, yep.
It's never the pole.
It is not the pole! Hey?
Next door neighbours releasing like crazy.
Isn't that funny?
You two treat C2 and other horses. C2. Can you also do this on other animals and people? Yes.
All right, so can I do this on other animals? Yeah. On Monday I was doing this on a rhino at Werribee Zoo. So yes, you absolutely can. I treat rhinos and other animals at Werribee Zoo here in Australia. On Monday, which was my birthday, I treated a rhino called Marke. She's a 40-year-old rhino. She often has problems in her left hind, and so we were treating that.
That must have been a good birthday present.
It was an awesome birthday present to myself. Yeah, there you go, eh? So yes, you can do it to any animals. I've done koalas, snakes, chickens, possums, swans, emus, ostriches, rhinos, giraffes, elephants. Yeah, so yeah, you're pretty good. Drew's done it on himself in a moment where he didn't believe what I did worked, and then he fixed his own knee. And so now here he is filming me. All right.
Snakes, yes, snakes, yep.
Yep, snakes, absolutely, I do snakes. I like snakes, actually. They're just like a big spine and lungs. So if you open up their lungs and open up their spine, they're pretty appreciative.
Did you have to get a certificate on people before you became an animal coach?
You know what? When I started, there weren't any qualifications for animal, and I'm not a chiro. I'm a soft tissue therapist, so I don't crack them. But I sort of have paved my own way, and that's why I'm writing courses, and that's why I'm like I have a website. If you want to check how to check your own horse, go to my website, which is langederequine.com. Sorry, I'm writing notes at the same time. So no, I don't, like, not formally qualified, but you know what, I'm paving my own way. At some point, someone had to make shit up and turn it into a course. So, sorry, Drew, I'm just going to clean that camera. It looks a bit filthy. Hi, guys. Just patting you with my thumb. That's what I'm doing, right? I'm paving a new way of treating. So it's different, and it looks different, and a lot of people, anyone can do this. I went to the UK and I did a clinic, and I was showing people that anyone can do it. Just like, I have this analogy, right? So I use a mobile phone one. When I'm treating, I touch as light as I do as you would on a mobile phone. Any heavier and you're bullying, don't do it. So the thing is, if you were like in 1970 and you saw someone doing shit on a mobile phone and saw that they could make the screen do stuff, you go, oh my God, they're magic. But now we're all used to it. So I have something I've kind of, created or found something or discovered something that most people don't have a reference for. But now that people realize that they can touch and trip out a muscle on their own horse, I'm just creating a new way of looking at the body and a new way of treating it. And so everyone can do it, just like you can muck around on your mobile phone. You can touch a horse's muscle and trip it out. But the whole thing is, my main thing right now is to make sure that people learn how to check their own horse so you can actually help. Because there's no point having a really cool massage unit like those ones on Facebook. My God, the stupid shit on Facebook. But all massage units help, right? But you need to know where to put them. So I'm telling you, just a basic gun massage thing is going to work. You just need to know where to put it. And so right now I'm writing a course about how I treat, which has been a long one because I've been so busy, but I already have a course on my website teaching you how to check a horse so you know what you're looking at. And that's what's most important, because if you can be the best therapist in the world, but if you don't know what these twitches mean, if you don't know where to treat for the horse being sore, then you're not going to be helpful. I'm just going to see who this horse is. Give me one sec. Sassy Jenny, one of Tony Otterbray's horses. So anyway.
Hi Christian, it's PJ.
Hey PJ, how are you going?
Hi Riley.
Hello, PJ. How are you?
Excuse me for clearing my sinuses. They're starting to molt here, like you can see. I don't know if you can, but they're molting, and I'm allergic to horses. So you'll hear me clearing my airway or playing with my nose a lot because it kind of gets irritated. How are we going, Drew? What's happening?
Going great. Super interesting, thank you.
Cool. Yeah, so
They are always wonderful.
So I'm just going to go through. So on this one, on Sassy, you know what? I'm really lucky because firstly, Riley's chilled, so the horses always chill out with him. Secondly, we've got the sun, which is beautiful, so we get to take the rug off and the horse gets some sun on its back. And so they go into this little zone already as soon as they get sun. We have C2. That's what C2 looks like. The bone is here. That's the atlas. This is axis. I always get them wrong. C1, C2. You can see that that's a little sensitive. TMJ and hyoid are good. So I'm just going to treat that. There's a gland here, jaw, gland, muscle, yeah? So just be mindful if you're checking that you don't rip through the gland, because no one likes that, especially the horses. So we're just going to go through and we're just going to treat this one and do our thing. Good girl. What's she up to, Riley? She just got here.
Watching your amazing work from the Netherlands.
There we go. How's the Netherlands? Amazing. Hi, Angela. They can't hear you, can they? So I've got to repeat you.
Quietly, but say hi.
Yeah, right.
How to approach a head shy?
Just with see, I don't have a problem approaching head shy animals. I think you do it with respect and you do it mindfully and quietly, and usually, there's got to be a little bit of trust. If they're sore, be mindful that there's going to be things that they don't like. We actually just came through here, and one of the young girls holding a horse had just been hit in the face with a horse, so she had a black eye, excuse me. But you know, I think just mindfully is the best. Just check yourself, check in on yourself. Usually people who are like really calm get things done easier with horses. Like, you know, you'll see me go up to horses that have never been handled before, and I will have to go through and check all their little sore bits, and like through here, and they generally just chill out. So long as I mind how I'm being, they'll follow.
Do you actually feel the release in each muscle?
Yeah, I do. So Drew asked, do I feel the release in each muscle? So yes, I absolutely feel the release in each muscle. I can feel when oh, that's already gone. I was going to say, firstly, it's sore and it's responsive and reactive. Then I touch my fingers on it. And what I tell people to do is, in your brain, heat the muscle up, right? So I go into my own little world. I don't so much anymore because I'm so used to doing it. But be mindful, heat the muscle up in your fingers, and then notice what you feel under your fingers. So sometimes the muscle goes hot, sometimes it goes cold. I definitely feel the release. It's kind of like a breeze goes through the muscle, for want of a better description, and then the muscle is no longer sore. So it happens in real time. So like when I do my videos, I make a real point of showing you the soreness, right? But in real time, it happens really subtly and it happens really quickly. So I don't need to be brutal when I'm treating a horse, just generally.
Have you already fixed the neck
Yes.
bit that was at the start?
Yeah. So this part, so that's all gone.
Yep.
And then so's the lower neck. The serratus is fine. The wither is fine. Tricep I've just treated as well. I'm going to the deep pec. I checked the pectoral. I checked the the bicep's got a bit in it. That could be knees. Don't crouch down in front of a horse that you don't know, right?
She's new to us.
Huh?
She's new to us.
Yeah, new to you. I've treated her a few times.
I think on Monday.
Yeah.
Migs would like to know, how many treatments do you average in a week?
Over 100. So it's
Eric
over.
would like to know, and are you right over the sore spot or down the same muscle at a different spot?
So there is a kind of a tricky one because she was sore in the bicep. Yeah, good question. So am I on the sore spot? Usually yes, but what we have, I know that this is a reaction point, this biceps here, is who was the name of the person?
Terry.
Kerry. Sorry, Kerry. That is a reaction point for knees, right? We call this knees. Some people call it the carpal joint, whatever. So if I'm sore right under here at the base of the bicep, I know I go for the digital extensor just on the inside of the forearm, for want of a better description, and I actually treat down here. As soon as I've treated that and that's released, this is no longer sore. So we'll have to probably replay that, or Drew will make it into a video. But I'm actually treating the extensor that goes into the knee. Does that make sense? So, but usually, yes, usually when I'm finding soreness, that's the biceps femoris. I will put my hands on that border of the muscle or on the muscle. In my brain, I'll heat it up. The horse will go into a little parasympathetic state. We like to say, some people say like they're having a release. I don't hang my hat on releases as being a sign of efficacy of treatment. I hang my hat on if there's no soreness after I've treated the muscle, yeah? So just then I trip that out, and then I'll just keep going and just opening up through the rest of the horse. She's got a little bit in the lower hamstring. It's like semi-membranosis. I'll do back there as well. And so,
I've forgotten to ask you to do it, but thanks for the 10,000 likes already.
oh, we got 10,000 likes.
How does someone get into doing what you do as a job?
Good question. So I got into it. The question is, how does someone get into this as a job? So when I started, there weren't any animal courses. I had to do a human Bowen therapy course. Then I transferred it into animals. I did have another teacher that helped me kind of do that, very basically, called Elizabeth Mitchell and Ardina Hedges from memory. Then I also did another little course which is called Equus Muscle Management or something. I think they call it and like Equus horse care. Anyway, I did a couple of little animal-y ones just to help me break it down. But I did a human course, human bone therapy. I then broke it down. I started doing dogs and rescue animals. Then I fixed a dog for a race trainer and I started doing horses. It took me probably about 5 years to really work out the horse part. I thought it would have been an easy swap over from dogs to horses, but it wasn't. Nowadays, though, there are so many different courses, you would just have to choose which one you want. You can do chiropractic, you can do acupuncture, osteopathy, physiotherapy. They're all different. So I guess you choose one of those. In the States, there's the Masterson method. Here, there's Bowen therapy, Emmett therapy. Like, there's so many horse courses now that you can do. And then you just got to get the horses under your hands. Just spin it around, Riley, please.
Mitch, there's one last question. Do you treat the horse in one session, or do you have to do a follow-up?
No, I don't follow up. I mean, I do, but you know what? So I'm just going to show you this horse. It's got a few little bits. It's not much. We've just got like mid-neck, lower neck, or C2, lower neck. You're right, sweetie. So lower neck, right? I'm showing this for the camera. I don't know if you can see it's fine from there. This is the bicep one that I was talking about. There could be knees. Then we got tricep. And then we got a few little, just niggly stuff. This is smallish stuff. Hi guys, keep the questions coming. Keep hitting the likes, smash the likes. Do as many as you can. How many people we got watching?
It's about 80. So if
that
each
it?
of them can,
Come on.
I dare them all
80.
to share the live.
Yeah, come on. Yeah, share it around. You got an opportunity to ask as many questions as you want.
Yes, you did say Bowen therapy, if you can hear me.
Yeah, it did say Bowen, which is an Australian-based connective tissue therapy. And it's very osteopathic in nature. I'm a very osteopathic in nature kind of a person. I can't see what the time is.
9:20.
Right. We need to boogie. Anyway, so there you go. Yeah, so Bowen therapy was my very first qualification. Well, it's my only qualification, but I'm so far from that now that, it is a completely different animal. So, as I said, I have a website. You can learn how to, excuse me, you can learn how to check your horse. You can learn what all these little twitches mean. And then you can help your own horse, or I am writing a course and that's going to be up. It's got to be by the end of the year because I'm being really slack at it. And
Thank you, Jezebine. Thank you.
Jezebine?
Sent you a gift of a rose.
Thank you.
What else we got? Sarah, does this release as much as Magna Wave?
I'm going to say better, right?
Yep.
Of course. Yeah, look, you know what? I will fix this in one hit. This is not coming back. The very common thing people ask is, how long does the treatment last? There's no lasting in a treatment. Once this is fixed, it's no longer dysfunctional. So until you re-injure it, it's not coming back unless you have either an underlying problem or you re-injure it, it's not coming back. So it's not something that I have to keep coming back and treat again. I've tripped the muscle out. And you can see she's...
Jezebine says amazing stuff, absolutely loving this.
Thanks, Jezebine. Drew said you said amazing stuff. Thank you so much. My type of work is really gentle. It's real, like, again, I'm kind of like really... See how she's not biting me for that anymore? How that's just gone completely flaccid. It's gone totally soft. And now I'll just keep going through her little body and find the rest of the puzzle. Usually I treat once and that's it. In professional dressage riders, I might see the horse once a month. In racing, because we maintain them and because we want to get them ready and make sure that they're in the best possible condition or best shape for a race, we do often have them looked at just before races. Now, what did happen, and this is probably a good one, Drew, for one of the TikTok or short things, what happened in the UK, I hadn't treated any of the horses that I went to in the UK, so usually they have a 24-hour hangover. What happened in the UK, because they hadn't been treated before and because I opened up so much connective tissue, we had horses that were like hungover for 4 or so days. So like next year, I will be going back to the UK. I will be treating for a whole bunch of racehorse stables again. But what we want to do is we want to go a month before so we can actually treat them, get everything sorted, get rid of the hangover, and then when we're ready to race, we can just tweak them and get rid of the little things that are stopping them from racing at their best, or competing at their best. And that wouldn't matter if it was, I was going to do polo horses there too, but unfortunately I got too busy with racing. But the extended part of the hangover was a real surprise to me in the UK. And you know, those things happen, we all live and learn. And I don't have that kind of extended hangover, but most of the stables I work, because I'm always full and these are regular stables, I don't really get the hangover that I used to get from a lot of the horses. So we just say 24 hours just for them to process all the toxins that I release out of the body while I'm treating.
DJ says I'm an equine therapist in the US.
Who is?
DJ.
DJ.
How can I learn your method and use it in my sessions?
You can go to my website when at the moment, there's just a diagnostic part, so you can be really specific about the problems that you're diagnosing. So go to langederequine.com. It's on my bios. Just click on that. But I am writing a course. It is, you know what, we're trying to work out what style of course it's going to be once it's written, so I'm not sure what form it's going to take. But there is going to be lots of videos like I like to do because I learn through seeing things. The diagnostic part, there's videos on how to check your horse, there's written content, there's anatomical diagrams, and then there's a video showing you what it looks like when the horse is reactive or dysfunctional or whatever. And then I'm going to write out, it's almost done, currently writing a course teaching you how I treat.
Kylie Marie says, I'm a student of yours, highly recommend the course.
Kylie, thank you. Kylie saying that she highly recommends my course. It's kind of, what do you call it, a resource. Drew calls it a resource. Because there's nowhere to get. It's always there. You can always refer back to it. It's very easy. There's lots of videos, but I'd love to hear from Kylie what she likes about it. Kyla. Sorry, Kyla. Drew messed it up. So Kyla.
Oh, sorry, hang on. Wait 1 second.
Yeah, I'd love to hear from Kyla what she likes about it.
Who has been constantly
Yeah. Hey, Buggy.
working your thing. I use his method. It's an absolute game changer. Go for it. Recommend his technique.
Yeah, thank you so much.
I'm also
Hi, we haven't seen you for ages. Sorry?
Back to Kyla.
Back to
I'm
Kyla.
also an equine myofascial therapist in the States.
Yeah.
Have been for 25 years.
Don't you love it? So that's my therapist from 25 years, Kyla. Hi, Kyla. How are you going? Sorry, there's fur everywhere. Who's found it helpful. You know, the thing that I know for sure about any type of therapist is that I'm very fascial oriented, so muscle, fascia, nerve oriented. My stuff is very subtle. I know that once we start working in body work with animals, we adapt other stuff that either fills a hole that we don't have or suits our needs or is much quicker. I know that Mike in the States, who's a chiropractor, he started doing some of my stuff. And it's funny when he does his videos, hi Mike if you're out there, it's funny when he does his videos that he's still at that part where he touches the muscle and it trips out and he starts laughing like he's so surprised it happened. But he's a professional, he's a chiropractor, right? But he also has a really good stretching course. So if you check out Dr. Mike, who's the chiropractor, I don't have his stuff, but we can put it up. He's a chiropractor, but he has a stretching stuff. We all take bits from people that we admire and that we like their method, and we just adapt it to what suits our stuff.
11 messages pending, so I'm going to go quick. Sarah says, do you typically see the same sore areas in racehorses? If so, what are the common areas?
Hi Sarah, the common areas in racehorses are mid-neck, lower neck, bum, hopefully biceps femoris, sometimes hamstring. I say hopefully through here because that's the power, right? Whereas if it's inside here, it usually means that they've jumped out of the gate awkwardly and strained their hamstring. So mid-neck, lower neck, bum, biceps femoris, sometimes hyoid, which is the bone at the back of the tongue.
Shay says, do you
Not the pole.
recommend letting them have the day off? So do you recommend letting them have the day off after being worked on or fixed or adjusted?
Yeah, hi Shay. No, I don't. So the question is, do I let them have a day off or do I want them to have a day off? No, because I'm releasing a whole bunch of toxins into this little horse's system. She's going to have a bit of a hangover. The best thing for that is to move them so we get all the toxins flushing through. I like them to move afterwards. You're not going to wreck any of my thing. I know the common thing is to give them a rest for a day or two. I'm absolutely opposed to it. So unless we have something like a tear or a fracture, or I need them to see a vet, then we're going to get them to see a vet. But aside from that, I like them to move as quickly as possible.
Yes, I know, Kyla. Sorry, it's my job to murder everyone's name. If you can hear me.
Sorry,
Rich
Kyla.
says, have you
Drew
ever
said he's
been
sorry.
injured by a horse?
Yeah, I've had 7 months off. Sorry, who said?
Rich.
Hi, Rich. How you going? The question is, have I ever been injured by the horse? I've been bitten once, kicked about 3 times in 26 years, and then I had this little incident with a horse that was as zoned out as this, and here's the pelvis. This is going to look a bit brutal, but that's the pelvis. That's a bone, right? She doesn't mind me doing that, so don't be stressed. I was leaning on that bone and I was talking to the person holding the horse much like this, and then all of a sudden a bird flew past the horse's face. All the horse did was that, which meant that I went bang, and I'm like, oh no! It dislocated my shoulder and ripped all the muscles off the front of my shoulder. So that got me 7 months off. Wow. So yeah, so it was 7 months off with a horse that was like this. Point being, when they're like this, they're probably the most dangerous. Just like I got knocked out by my fridge the other day.
Angelique, I would love to keep watching this live, as it's super interesting, but it's 1:30 a.m. It's bedtime for me.
Oh, wow. Thanks for
it.
watching at 1:30 a.m. That's crazy. I appreciate it.
I barely touch them when I work on them.
Yeah, exactly. So who's that, Kyla, saying? Yeah, so Kyla, isn't it funny that the more subtle, sometimes subtlety is the best thing. The more subtle you can be with them, you know, and you can feel what's going on. Now, you can see that she's pretty chilled after I've done what looked like not much. And that's why in the videos, if I actually demonstrated how I actually treat, you wouldn't see much on my TikTok videos. I need to be more obvious so people can actually see it and get the most out of it and be educated. So if the point is to help the horses or help people help their horses, then I need to be really, I need to be like, show the soreness and show me poking and show where you can poke, do all that sort of stuff. So that's the best way of doing it. But the work is usually soft. Carlarella?
Carlarella says, I know you say it's rarely if ever the pole.
It's not the pole.
That is the problem. But I have a 3-year-old colt. I've had him 2 years. He's still horrible about hands up near ears or pole. That came from Arabian halter barn, and they use chain halters behind the ears.
Yeah, okay. So there was a video just recently that I showed that it was the pole. I believe that was a fracture. It's never the pole, I'm telling you. It's always TMJ, hyoid, C2. Once every 6 months, I find a horse that's got a pole issue, and I see over 100 horses a week. So it's not the pole, unless you have an actual injury.
Twills says,
hi, Twills.
And dogs are very happy when I treat them with what I've learned from your product.
How cool is that? Yeah, that's so cool. Yeah, oops. Sorry, I'm trying to do about 5 different things. Is that our next one? I'm trying to do about 5 different things at once, and so not used to doing lives.
How many days prior to a race day should we treat them, says Sarah?
It depends. If they haven't been treated before, like I said, in the UK, I should have probably given them more because I didn't realise how hungover they were going to be. But usually for me, I give them a good clear day or 2. Yeah, so the question was how long previous to racing or competing do we need? The other thing though is that if you're talking dressage or showies, they like their horses to be slightly doped out or slightly chilled. So you would probably just do theirs the day before. And in some countries, you're not allowed to treat the day of treatment or the day of competing. So who knows?
And we're going to let Christian finish his paperwork, and we'll throw to Riley for...
Alright, guys.
Riley.
People going out there.
He probably can't hear him though, right?
Probably can't.
Oh well.
That's Riley the Beast. So Riley helps me here at Alex Ray's all the time. And the horses absolutely love him. And I like, because firstly, Riley's super chilled when I'm working, which is helpful. But he also knows exactly what's going on with all the horses.
Please stop pumping my tyres.
I'm not going to do that, mate. Riley's saying I should stop pumping his tyres up, but I'm very grateful for him.
What have we got here?
This is universally.
All right.
She running on Saturday at Hamilton.
So she's running on Saturday, this one. So we'll... So, you know what, a lot of people... Do I leave that open, Drew? Or, hi, guys. So a lot of people ask, how do you approach a horse? Like we have this thing that there's got to be a special way of approaching horses. My opinion is that they already know who they're dealing with by the time you walk in. So rather than worrying about them, worry about you, and just be super chilled. But be mindful and also be honourable, I guess.
You're calm, they'll be calm.
Yeah, you're calm, they'll be calm, exactly. Let's push her up out of the wet. Because, so we've got this horse. She doesn't know me from Clay. And I'm just about to check her and see if there's any sore stuff. And you can see, even though she's quite reactive, not once has she looked like she's going to hurt us, be weird. She's really calm. Hi, sweetie. So I'm of the opinion that they'll follow you. I watched this little video. Can we sort of try to make her so we got the side? I watched this video and they were saying how the horse's energetic field is like, huge. They already know what's going on. She knows if I'm a threat or if I'm, someone that can't be trusted. And even though she's aware, you can see she's actually absolutely fine about me doing stuff to her. So, illegal hands, Riley calls me. Illegal hands. Yeah.
There are so much.
Yeah, right. Riley says that I should walk around with oven mitts because I should be protecting my hands. And if you don't know the reference to the George Costanza thing where he becomes a hand model and he walks around with oven mitts on. So whenever I turn up here, Riley always asks me where my oven mitts are. So I'm just going to go, guys, I'm just going to go through this horse because I've only got, what's the time now? We've done 3.
9:36.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we'll be all right. I just want to make sure that we get through all these horses while we actually, while I'm filming as well, because it's important that I treat these horses. We're just giving you a snapshot into my day of treating. And Alex and Chuck Ray have been nice enough to let me do that and let me have the free rein to show the horses that they've got, which, you could see might be problematic because there'll be people who know these horses and who'll go, oh, hang on, is that my horse? Why is it so sore? But the thing is, just through general work, like if you look at footballers, basketballers, tennis players, whenever they exert themselves, we're going to have little issues. And so her stuff is only minor. She's just got a lot of them. So we just go through, or I go through, and with the help of Riley here, and fix them up for them. So this was the one that you were talking about, Drew, with the shoulder, I think, before, opening up the shoulder. Mm-hmm. So all I'm doing is I'm making sure that this shoulder is not stuck to this neck. There's a connective tissue between here that I'm opening up. And what happens is, if that's stuck, you can see, I'm using my leg just to hold the horse still so she doesn't move around. If that's stuck, then what we have is we have a restriction in neck movement. And I'm well known for talking about the video within Nature's Giants. If you've seen that, they get a cadaver of a horse and they move its head up and down and the lungs actually move. So we want to make sure, it means that restricted neck movement means restricted breathing. So we want to make sure that the neck is moving as freely as possible. The other thing is restricted hyoid means restricted back leg movement. So it's funny how it's all intertwined. Yeah.
Tony, thank you for the gear. But what's everyone saying? You need to come to Boston to teach.
I do.
Shay says, love
Sorry, I need to come to Boston to teach, is what Drew just said.
Gracie girl says that. You need to come to Boston.
Thanks, Gracie.
Liza loves Riley. Shay loves Riley.
Right, I get a room. Who loves Riley? Seriously, Riley's going to have to get his own bloody TikTok show.
Rich wants to know if you've been to Ireland.
No, I didn't get to Ireland, but while I was in the UK, is that Rich? Sorry, I've just got to make sure. Hey, Rich, how you going? I didn't get to Ireland, but while I was in the UK, I did do a presentation, and quite a few Irish people came, and so it was pretty bizarre to see that be the case. We also had some people from Wales as well turn up, So, yeah.
Kai Luck, my mare has back left leg issues. Does this mean I should check her left
Check here.
side?
So, back left leg. Sorry?
HYPID?
Hyphoid.
Hyphoid.
Is it hyphoid? I don't know. Check medial glute, biceps.
Sorry, she misspelled.
Oh,
Hey, misspelled.
yeah, no, if it'll only be restricted from the hyoid, it'll only be restricted about 10%. So you can check the hyoid, might have something to do, but I would check medial glute, biceps femoris,
Go.
or semimembranosus. They're the main.
Kai Luck.
Thanks, Kyla. How many likes do we have, Drew? Have they
23,000.
23,000
Keep
likes?
liking that.
Keep liking it, guys. Please like. So here's the thing. The whole purpose of what I'm doing is trying to educate people about soreness in their own horse. I'm trying to educate people to understand, firstly, where to find it. Secondly, if you get a therapist, you can check afterwards and make sure that they did the right thing or that they fixed it. Third, we want to know if you've got an issue, we want to know if you need to, so you can check your own horse and say, either I need a vet, I need a therapist, I can do it myself, or I need a saddle fitter, a farrier, a dentist. The only way that you're going to be able to do that and save money for yourself and not go, oh, my horse has got something wrong, I'll go to the vet, and then the vet says, maybe go to the saddle fitter, and then the saddle fitter says, maybe you need a therapist, but we'll fix your saddle anyway, just in case it's a saddle. You're going to run through money. We know horses are expensive. You're going to run through money like crazy. The best way that you can avoid doing that is by understanding what the soreness looks like for each different thing. The easiest way to do that is my website. That's why I built it. So that's what I'm trying to help people understand this. I call it my furry puzzle, right? I want people to understand how to fix the furry puzzle. Now, you may not want to be able to fix it yourself, but at least it gives you the power to be able to say, I've got a bum and hamstring issue. My therapist is coming. I'll show her where the issues are, or him where the issues are, and I can say, please fix this.
DJ says, I found a lot of horses with tension in front of point of hip.
Oh, here. Yeah.
Do you know what muscle this is?
Yeah, there's 3 of them. So who's that? What's the name?
DJ.
CJ. So CJ's... Sorry? DJ. So DJ was asking, there's a lot of... So if that's the point of the hip that we're talking about, I'm guessing. So that's the pelvis. Saying that there's a lot of soreness through the point of the hip. There's 3 muscles it can be. It can either be this longissimus big one that attaches in... That's, excuse me, the pelvis there. It can be the long muscle that attaches into the top of the pelvis here. You can see that. It's going to look like a lower back issue. I'll do that in a sec. It can be pelvic obliques, which go through the ribs, or it can be tensor fasciae latae, which is actually this muscle here. But my guess is what you're talking about is this muscle here, and you can see how when we do that, the whole back rises up. So this is another one of my Pandora's box ones for the lower back. And all it is the attachment of this big long back muscle into the pelvis. And so if you've got a lower back issue, or they're like striding short, like they're not extending their hind legs out, then this is the muscle for you, which is, if that's the pelvis, it attaches probably about here.
Sarah says, I feel a few slip behind when training, jogging or galloping. Is this weakness or needs release? Where would I target?
Oh yeah, I'm sorry Sarah, that's a really general question. She's asking, she feels them slipping behind. You would have to, if someone said that to me, I would want to check the whole of the rear end. So I'd want to check the pelvis, the medial glute, biceps femoris, semimembranosus, caudal biceps fem, all the pelvic muscles. I'd want to check the back and see how that is as well.
Kyla says, I like to study patterns so I can soften one area of body and another area melts too.
Just pass that through. Yeah, same. I'm very pattern oriented. That's why I have been able to work out what the patterns of all these different soreness look like, right? So that's the horse before. Now we're just going to treat her up. Sorry, I'm going to not talk as much unless you guys have got questions. You can chill out and ask me. Sorry, I'm allergic to horses.
Pending. Any idea why my elderly horse keeps periodically getting hoof abscesses? Any connection to the rest of, I guess, of the body?
Oh, maybe. I mean, hoof abscesses can be a whole bunch of different reasons. They detox out their feet, so it could be that. It could be, I know when we go from wet to dry or dry to wet, that we get hoof abscesses. It's a bacteria in the soil. It could be that. There's a whole bunch of different reasons. Any others, Riley? You want to add? So there's a hoof abscess. It can be a whole bunch of different reasons for that. Yeah. Is that helpful, Drew?
Yes, DJ saying, right, the long back muscle, yes. With how many horses I see with this, what causes tension there so often?
Oh my God! Yeah, that's the whole support from the back of your horse to the front of your horse. That longissimus muscle, the long back muscle, DJ. So what happens is that I think any imbalance in the horses from front to back, you're going to. What's happening?
Saying the live will end in 5 seconds. We have detected inactivity. What?
Huh.
Please don't. TikTok. Anyway, Annie says you're allergic to horses.
Yeah, Annie, I am allergic to horses. Yeah, I absolutely am. Mostly chestnuts, actually. So we're okay. We've got a bay. I don't know, what's she? Bay here. So we're pretty okay. But yeah, I'm definitely allergic, mostly to chestnuts. Absolutely.
Interesting.
Which means I've had 2 sinus operations, and I often have breathing issues. But you know what? You know, we do this for our craft.
Sarah says, how long do you hold your hands on them?
Oh, so Sarah is asking how long do I hold my hands on them? I'm guessing for a soreness. I'm just going to, yeah, you're right, perfect. It depends, Sarah. I can feel when the muscle goes. So if we're looking at this biceps, I keep using this one because it's easy for you to see, right? First I'm going to do the medial glute. But if we're looking at that biceps femoris muscle, you can see how quickly it goes. When I tell people to hold their fingers on it, I say no longer than a minute. A minute's actually, I'd say no longer than 30 seconds, but you can sit for a while. A minute is a very long time, really, to just reset a muscle. So we've got this muscle here. All I'm going to do is I'm just putting my finger on that actual muscle. Do it this way so you can see better. Now, it doesn't matter which fingers or whatever, my thumbs, doesn't matter. And all I'm doing is I'm just sitting with the horse, and in my brain, like I said, if you want to give it a crack yourself, in my brain I'm heating the muscle up from here to down here. So in my brain I'm just picturing that muscle being heated up. So I can already feel that it's released, but I'm going to keep talking because otherwise if I do it and it's not released, you're going to go. So what I'm doing is I'm waiting. For me, I can feel the muscle heats up for a little bit under my fingers, and then all of a sudden I feel it do a release, right? And then you have that in comparison. And so no matter how much I try to poke that now, I've tripped the muscle out. It's not going to be sore. And I guarantee you, I can come back in an hour, 2 hours tomorrow, and it'll be exactly the same. So you saw before when the horse was really reactive. Now that's a different muscle through here, right? That's semimembranosus, which is the one that they use to jump out of gates, jump like jumpers, show jumpers, steeple horses, horses that pull carriages will have that as well, like carting horses will have, and this is just the inner hamstring. Now, again, like, you know, we were talking earlier about how do you approach a nervous horse. I've just hurt this horse all over, but she's got the idea of who I am, right? So while I'm treating her, now it could be really silly me standing right behind this horse that I don't really know, but I can feel what she's up to and she's pretty chilled. So, and seeing I haven't been injured that often, so that's different too. I'm just looking for a really little spot that I'm not happy with, right there.
Those paying very close attention will have just seen a cameo by a rat.
Oh, there you go.
Scurried around.
Oh, yeah, well, horses are going to bring rats, and in Australia, hopefully that doesn't bring snakes.
Wait till summertime.
So, guys, any questions? In the meantime, I'm going to tell you that if you want to learn how to check your horse, go to my website, which is langederequine.com. Go check it out. It is a diagnostic resource, as Drew likes to say. And basically, all it's designed to do is help you understand your horse better. In the meantime, share this, do likes. We're going to be here for probably another hour, I think.
32,000.
32,000 likes so far. How cool is that? Thank you, guys. Yeah, share the live. So
Shay, sorry, she's at
Yep.
they are asking for the second time because I missed it the first time. Do you come near Tamworth?
no, hi Shay, I don't. I'm sorry, I'm impossible to get. I closed my books about 7 years ago. The only way people get onto my books is by other people jumping out. I have over 1,000 clients on my books, so the likelihood of people jumping off enough for others to be able to get me is very unlikely. Yeah, I have a crazy retention rate. So unfortunately, that's the way it is. So no, I don't get to Tamworth. I do go to Singapore occasionally. I go to the UK, and next year I hope to go to America, maybe Canada, and we'll see how that goes.
However, if anyone is super rich and wants to make
So Drew said, however, if anyone's super rich and wants to send a jet, and I don't mean Lauren's jet.
send a jet
I mean-
and make it worthwhile, we are
Yeah.
accepting offers. So
Excuse me. All right, now it's note-taking time.
fast on them.
Sorry, what's that?
Do you allow any time to process the release?
No. So yeah, that's a really good question. So no, it'll start processing the release now. Like you'll see it's coming over and it's all licking its lips and stuff like that. No, because I felt the release happen. I know that the release has happened. I'm on to the next horse. So I'm pretty frenetic in how I treat, even though it's really still at the same time. So the question was, do I allow them time to process the release? No, because I see that it's released, and you see I check before and after. I'm not waiting for the horse's brain to catch up or the horse's body to catch up, as in nervous system. I'll let that happen when I leave. Universally.
When are you coming to America?
Oh, I'd love to come next year.
John.
Love-
Kyla, can you make
Hi,
a
John,
course
I'd like
on
to-
understanding and recognizing lameness patterns. He's got a lot of courses to make.
Yeah, I got too many courses. What was the question was what? Can I make a course? Under recognizing what?
Recognizing lameness patterns. please.
Yeah, so I'm going to preface this by, I have the eye of a goonie bird. If you trotted a horse up for a three-legged horse up for me, I wouldn't be able to tell you which leg it was missing. I've got an incredible ability to feel stuff. So what happened was this kind of way of checking a static horse or a standing horse happened because I was treating for a race trainer, and a lot of race trainers, as you can see, I've got Riley. I can't be like trotting them up and trotting them back. We go in there, I check them, and sorry, I've got to keep up. I go in there, I check them while they're standing. I look for responses rather than the gait. So I'm the wrong person to ask for lameness advice. How's that, Drew? How are we going? So guys, please keep hitting the like button, the share button, all that sort of stuff.
Let's get to 50,000 likes.
50,000 likes, Riley wants. How far are, how beautiful is that? How gorgeous, what a beautiful place we live in. How many likes we got? 37,000, we'll hit 50 easy, my God. How incredible are you guys? So, I'm sorry about this, Drew's just showing you mud and stuff, and I'm writing notes.
He's worn the wrong shoes and his feet are made of ice.
Oh, there you go. Drew's just complaining.
Or canvas.
He's not horsey.
They immediately got
They got wet. Drew's shoes got wet.
and now my socks are wet. My feet are blue.
All right, what are we? Semi-mem. Oh, no. Sorry, guys, I'm just writing notes. If there's anything you want Drew to, you can keep asking Drew questions and he'll pass them over to me.
Viewers, thank you, Shay. Yes, thanks for sharing, guys. Yeah, 100 viewers. Great, we've cracked the 100.
We did crack 100 viewers. Hey? Sorry, Drew.
Tori, or Little Mudbug, wants to know
Little
what
Mudbug.
kind of notes do you keep on the horses?
Oh, yeah, so I'm just writing, Little Mudbug, Tori, all I'm doing is I'm writing the issues that I found, anything that treated up well, anything that I'm concerned about, anything that I might think that the vets would need to look at instead of me.
Look like? Are we allowed to show?
Yeah, it's scribble, because
He's a bit like a doctor.
I'm like, you can't understand anything. So basically what I do is I do the stable, I do the horse, I do the date, I do what the muscles are written in normal, in like technical speak. I mark the muscles on the horse, I write what my treatment was, and then in English for the trainers, I write, it was a little sore all over, so they understand we've got something going through. Taking it off? Yeah, cool. Is it running or? Cool. Thank you. Ender's dream. You definitely will. Chuck and I have a meeting later. Very important man business, horse business, something. Anyway.
Sarah says, business question. How do you initially market yourself to build clients?
Oh, very good question. Yeah, I like the business ones as well. I'm just going to... Stay on us.
Oh, yeah, got it. They went past just there, but that's...
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, cool.
Business questions. The thing that I did when I was learning is, obviously I like social media. So if you've got a massage business or a therapy business or any little business, your best first port of call is the people that you know on Facebook, right? Because usually what happens is people will ask for someone, do you know a therapist? Yes, I know a therapist. And then be really mindful what's on your Facebook, because if you are a hairdresser and you're starting in this business and you're like, I'm trying to do some horse stuff, but you've got stuff on your Facebook about you getting drunk with all your hairdressing mates and it says on it, you're a hairdresser, apprentice hairdresser or whatever, all your stuff has to marry, right? Because if I hear about someone and people say, oh, try this therapist out, the first thing I'm going to do is Google them. And one of the first things then is going to come up is going to be your Facebook. And if they check your Facebook and they see that you're A, not professional, B, that you're not really a therapist but you're giving it a shot, etc., then it's going to fall apart. So that social media stuff on the basic level of people you actually know is always the first part. And then what you do is you write about the horses that you're having success with. So if you're, or a horse that you like, or a stable that you like, or any of that sort of stuff. And this is just a different version of that, because I love this stable. I love coming here. The people are nice. I like how they train. I like except for Charles. Charles is a bit of a knob, but aside from that, everyone here is really nice. So this is just an extended version of that. Dealing with.
So when I swear, it bleeps out?
Yeah, try it out. Anyway, so that's one of the trainers here, and they're just, the atmosphere here is always good, and I like how they do. Yeah, so, and, you know, the staff get along, everything. So post your wins, or post horses that you like, or post what you're up to, or post your thoughts, or post whatever, you know, and align with other people, even though I didn't really align with other people because I'm always in my own little thing just treating. Brittany, I know, Tassie. Can we get to Tassie?
Probably can, maybe.
Yeah. Who's this, Riley?
This is Ender's dream.
Ender's dream. All right. So I'm just going to do a thing. So we're checking bum, biceps, femoris. The thing is right now, I like when these two bits are sore, right? A little bit in the hamstrings, which I'm not so happy about, but it's because she's using her bum. We're a little bit in the neck, lower neck. The rest of her is actually pretty good.
Last start winner.
Last start winner. So she won her last start, and you can tell that she tried because she's got this stuff going on. So she won her last start, and we just got to make sure that she can win her next one. And she's just given Riley a little treatment while I'm treating her. But yeah, anyway. So if you're a therapist and you're doing that and you're trying to boot up your business, make sure that you know what you're doing. Go to as many courses as possible. Try out as many things as possible. Don't worry if you get stuff wrong, because everybody gets stuff wrong. Go to my website and learn how to check a horse and learn which muscles you've got to fix. And then once you start doing it, just show stuff on social media, and then go filter through your social media and get rid of all the stuff that you don't want people to see publicly.
Olivia Carey said,
Olivia Carey.
do you work with Shetlands?
Do I work with Shetlands? Not so much anymore. I definitely used to, mini horses, Shetlands, show horses. My specialty now is performance-based horses, or high-performance horses, mostly racing, then polo, then dressage, some trotters, and then I still have a lot of my old clients that I still treat for. But I start at 5 o'clock in the morning and finish at about 7:30 or so at night. I think tonight I'll finish at about 7 at night, and I got out of bed at about 5. So
Sarah says, you said you treat 100 horses a week. How often do you treat them?
So
That average out, like how many are you doing?
I work 5 days a week. I probably see about 20 horses a day. If actually, it's probably more like 30. I'll see 30 horses
How
today.
often would you see the same horse though?
So there's a pattern, like I said, in dressage. So the question is, how often would I see the same horse? In dressage, I'd see the horse once a month. Yeah. In racing, we race usually every 2 weeks. So we always just make sure we have a quick look over them every 2 weeks to make sure that they are okay to go and that they haven't done anything really silly. So we maintain them like that. We just get rid of little stuff. Now, like little Enna here, she raced the other, when was it?
Last Friday, I believe.
Last Friday.
Thursday,
So she
Friday.
raced just before the
Thursday,
weekend.
Friday, I believe.
And so we're just getting rid of stuff on her. So we'll probably check over her again before she runs. I would say that there won't be any of this going on, which is just stuff from pushing from the rear. And so every 2 weeks, racing probably, just as a maintenance thing. Yeah.
Is it okay to treat them more frequently, as in weekly?
I don't think it's sort of like, you're not going to hurt, but I don't think that, the best thing for them is fix it and let them move, So the question is it okay to treat them more often than that? I don't really, not into really over-treating. It's kind of like I'm not into, don't you? Sorry, Lauren.
Sorry, Lauren.
I got an idea of what I can do. Whoa, breakfast has arrived.
Oh, can you look up the number?
I'm just going to message her on Messenger.
You can call her from my phone
No, I'll just.
and record the whole conversation.
No, we don't want to do that. Being like on speakerphone with my PA in front of trainers sometimes is tricky. Being on speakerphone in front of the whole of TikTok land, I'll just let her know that I'm live on.
My horse has to have a calm supplement so I can ride him. I want to stop the calm supplement.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Any advice for calm horse without using supplements?
I don't know. That's a very difficult one. I'm not a behaviourist, so I would speak to a behaviourist about that rather than me. The question was, you want to? Who is it? Who has it?
Sorry, Dominic.
Dominic has a horse that's on calming supplements. I don't know what sort of calming supplements. There's so many questions in that. It could be magnetic. There's so many different ways of settling down a horse, and so, but that's not my specialty. I'm a muscle person, so just letting Lauren know I'm live on TikTok.
Sorry, Lauren.
Yeah, sorry, Lauren. Why don't you get on TikTok
And ask the questions. I'm just going to put that there. Actually, I'll break it. Sorry, guys, it's a bit messy. How are we going? Would you like your hot chocolate, Riley?
Yeah.
Not yet. All right, let's get into it. All right, medial glute. We're fixing up medial glute here. Anyway. How are we going, Drew?
Got it.
Good?
Yeah.
Cool.
Nearly at 50,000.
Amazing. All right, so guys, please keep hitting the like button. Please share this. Please go to my TikTok or my YouTube and check stuff out. This is going to be broken up and put on probably on TikTok as a whole thing, or broken up, I don't know. That's up to Drew. Drew does that sort of stuff. I'm just going to quickly whip through this horse. So this is how quick all this stuff can actually happen. So it's a little bit there. Good girl. So one of the questions, interesting question though, was do I let them process it before I move on? No, I feel that the muscle is gone and then I move on to the next thing. And so this is her now, right? Now flip her over and this is the side that we have not yet treated. So it happens quick and really subtly if you're not watching. Yeah, so they are the difference. After I've treated this side, it'll be exactly the same. So, good girl. So please.
Resources for understanding why the muscle is sore or tight. I struggle to connect the reason, says DJ.
DJ, I'd love to have a conversation with you. So DJ's asking, do I have any reasons why the horse's muscles are tight?
Resources for understanding why the muscle is sore or tight.
Yeah, so what happens is that, so any resources for all reasons why the muscle is sore or tight. There is a book that I love called Job's Body, which is like the body worker's Bible, I guess, or for me it is, which explains all the different mechanisms of what makes a muscle sore or a body sore, how the body functions. What we're dealing with with these horses is we're dealing with fascia, which is this slippery stuff. We're dealing with muscle. We're dealing with the nervous system, both central nervous system and autonomic nervous system. We're dealing with Golgi tendon organs and the Golgi tendon mechanism and response. So what happens is if the horse does something, either uses a muscle differently or puts itself under load or under strain or etc., the body starts supporting itself autonomically, right? It supports itself. So, or if there's an injury, then everything braces around a particular injury. So what happens is when we get inflammation in the body, then the connective tissue or the fascia also dehydrates because of the heat in the muscle. And so then we get restricted fascial movement as well as the problem in the muscle itself. So what I do is I go through and I open up all that fascia so it sucks fluid back into itself, rehydrates itself so the muscles can actually slide along themselves again. That's the first part of it. And then I find all the little muscles that have gone out in sympathy, and I use the muscle as a sensory organ to trip out that Golgi tendon mechanism. Does that make sense? I don't know if that's detailed enough for you. We could go into...
I would like you to, if you could, to spell Job's Body.
It's JOB' Body by a guy called Dean Duhan. So that's Job's Body, the book. And I tell you what, I've been reading that book for 26 years, I think now, and every time I read it, I find new things. It's sort of like as your brain grows, and depending on the question you're asking, you'll read the book differently, I guess. It's the same as when you see, like, you know, you see you'll see me just touching muscles. Here's a story. I've got a friend who's an osteopath. He's a sacrocranial osteopath. And one day I saw him with his first year osteopathic books on his desk. And I went in there and I said to him, oh, you know, his name's Richard. And I said, Richard, what are you up to? What are you doing? To which he responded, I'm learning osteopathy. And the point he was making was, he's like, it's amazing what these books have in them now that I know what they're talking about. Whereas when you first learn stuff, like you'll just see me touching a horse and tripping muscles out, and you're like, yeah, some guy who touches horse's muscles and it trips them out. As you understand more about mechanisms of what I'm doing, firstly it becomes not as simple. All of a sudden it becomes this really complex thing. Because you don't have a reference, you just see me touching a horse's muscle, and then next thing the horse isn't sore. But I'm going through all the processes in my brain of why this is, what other muscles am I going to look at, what rabbit holes do I need to look at so far as the muscles, and then if the muscle doesn't respond, what sort of issues are actually happening to stop it from responding, or what am I missing? Is there a structural thing? Is there a saddle problem? Is there an external thing? Are they not working it properly? Is the ground too deep and wet? Is it too hard and dry? And there's a whole bunch of different stuff. So at the moment, I'm making something look really simple that has a complex puzzle behind it. Hope that's helpful.
Perfect, says DJ. Thank you.
Yeah. So everyone, the funniest part, the funniest part or question I think I get, and there's a guy called Droopy who we always pick on because I remember his name. But the question from him was, this is all very good, but is it scientifically proven? To which I could say that I've been in a lot of scientific journals and I've been posted in a lot of scientific stuff. Or with someone like Droopy, like how detailed do we want to get? If we're talking about fascia, do we want to get to like glycosaminoglycans and proteoglycans? It's all proven. It's just I'm putting it together in a unique kind of puzzle, I guess, and trying to make it digestible for normal people. So that's what we're trying to simplify something that's actually pretty complicated. How you going, Drew?
I'm going great.
We're going all right. How are the likes going? You seem so far away. It feels like...
You're doing a phenomenal job so far.
I know. Well done, Drew. Are you reading something?
No.
Oh, 50 what?
50,000.
50,000 likes.
Done, we're 100 off.
Oh, it's like
All right. So here's the other thing. If you guys like what you've seen or are interested in this, just jump onto my TikTok, but share them. If you see videos that you think people are going to find interesting, share those videos as well. If you know people who have a problem that looks similar to these, share them too.
like, comment, subscribe.
Like, comment, subscribe. Subscribe, go to my YouTube and definitely subscribe there. Or follow here.
Dragon Watermelon says, I love these lives. You've inspired me more than you know. Thank you.
Ah, Dragon Watermelon, what a cool name. I'd love to know how you got that. Very cool name. Thank you. The idea is to inspire people to want to know more about their horses, right? And if I can do that in a tricky, entertaining way, then all the better. Cutie. So yeah, this is my whole, so you can already see the difference in her, right? I just want to make sure, serratus. This one's common for horses pulling through the wet, serratus. It's just it's part of the muscles that hold the front of the horse into the legs, otherwise known as a thoracic sling. And you know what? It's a tricky one to fix sometimes. So, good girl. How cool have these horses been? So here's the other thing, is that you just watched a whole bunch of race horses that are fully fueled up, and I've been treating them. We've had absolutely no problem. They're not crazy. If anything, they've just been playing with Riley a little. And so what's interesting is when I hear people talk about, like that's complaining, talk about how crazy thoroughbreds are. Thoroughbreds are absolutely my most favourite horse to treat. You know exactly where you stand with them. There is no masking. There's no anything. Hey.
Elizabeth wants to know, do you check different areas depending on the job of the horse?
Yes, definitely. Different sports have different patterns. This is Chuck. Hey, Chuck.
Hello, everybody.
How you going?
Not bad.
Yeah, definitely. So different sports have different patterns of soreness, and also different weather has different patterns. Like I said, if the track is too wet, etc., or if your arena is too deep, then they're going to start using their fronts and pulling themselves through. So you're going to get a lot more problems through the fronts.
What would you do if a horse, sorry, this is Lauren K. What would you do if a horse is really girthy, came from a racing background but never raced?
You just saw me treat it. So that's serratus. If I got a horse that's very girthy, full stop, trapezius, serratus, deep pectoral, because that's all where they're girthing up from. So this one, serratus, is probably going to be your problem. I've seen horses that are almost retired based on that muscle, just because once you put a saddle on them. In fact, there's a horse, I've forgotten its name now. There was a horse in the UK that came out, and after they were going to retire, it won its next start after I treated serratus. Pretty common in the UK with Warren Hill at Newmarket, because the hill, they start with their bum and then by the end of it they're pulling with their fronts, so they strain that a lot.
Have you ever treated a quarter horse for rodeo?
Yes, plenty. I've treated plenty of quarter horses, not so much anymore though. But mostly cutting, actually, not for rodeo. Do we have one more? Yeah. Who's the next one?
Mr. Independent.
Ah.
Running on Wednesday.
Cool. So we got one more. So you guys have got about that long with me. His name's Mr. Independent. He's running on Wednesday here. While you guys are watching, where are they watching from? Can you guys just let us know where you're watching from right now? Because it's kind of, I just got Drew with a camera, and as good looking as he is, it sort of like leaves you not really realising, because I'm not looking at the screen, I have no idea where people are from.
Maryland in America.
Yep.
Canada.
Maryland.
Tasmania.
We're in Canada.
Well,
Yeah, I'm asking.
Brittany's in Tasmania.
Yep. Have we hit 50,000 likes yet?
We have done.
Cool.
Hi from
Thanks.
Malaysia.
Malaysia. Where in Malaysia? Penang?
No, I was just trying to pronounce their name. New Zealand, Queensland,
Yep.
still happening.
New Zealand, Queensland,
Ontario
Malaysia.
in
Ontario.
Lake Erie,
Yep.
Queensland, Annie the Fairy. Hi, Annie. Oklahoma.
Oklahoma. How cool is that?
Jezebine is in England.
England. Where are you from in England?
And yes,
Penang?
no, P-A-H-A-N-G. Pahang.
Okay.
Dubbo, New South Wales says Sienna. Hi, Sienna. Lauren K is in Brisbane. Silver Bitch Stables is in California.
Of course it is.
Pony
Is that,
Chickens in
sorry, is that Silver Bitch or Silver Birch? I'm just checking, he's dyslexic, so I'm just trying to find out.
Silver Bitch Stables.
Silver Bitch Stables, well done.
Hampshire, not far from Ascot.
Yeah, okay.
Boston.
We got Boston.
Hiya, Kyla. Yeah.
Good thing you can't hear Drew. Drew's just having his own little moment with himself. Yeah. No, don't do the Malaysian accent, Drew. Thank God. Just go straight to the deaf one. Now, Drew's a bit of a clown, and he does do. He was at. I have to say this. So Drew was at a supermarket where he was like letting this woman in, and I'm paraphrasing, but you know, he was at a supermarket and he just let this woman past or something, and she was looking at him really weird because he's got tattoos everywhere, etc. And she was just being kind of not nice to Drew. And then when she went to talk to him, he responded in a deaf accent, speaking like a deaf person. So it made her feel really horrible about herself. Anyway.
Sienna would like to know, do you know John Miller or Toby Miller?
No, I don't. Was that Sienna?
Yeah.
No, I don't know John or Toby Miller. Sienna. Who are they? What are?
He says, thank you for answering my question.
Oh, no, I'm here to answer questions. You guys can bombard me with questions while I'm here.
DJ, do you have a video posted of close-ups where you're actually placing your fingers?
No, so was that DJ?
DJ, yep.
So DJ, what's happening is I'm actually writing a course teaching people how to do exactly what I do. So you know what? That's where we're going to actually teach people exactly where to place your fingers, what to feel for, what you're actually treating, like what tissue you're treating, what difference you're trying to make. All that is in that. Just move forward, Drew, so they can get behind you. All that is going to be in there. So it's actually teaching how to treat, and that's where I'll show that sort of stuff. We've got Jason the vet, who's a legend over here as well. We love Jason. We love him. He's fantastic. So he's from Advantage Equine. So if you know, which brings up another thing, like, you know, do you work with vets? Yes, I work closely with vets. A lot of what I don't like is when you hear therapists saying that vets know nothing. Now, vets have their specialty just like I have mine. And you know what, I realise with people like Jason, if he's got a problem, it's like, this is your bag. Or if I've got a problem and I don't know what to do, I'm like, Jason, this is your one. So I work with a lot of vets. I'm wrapped that I work with a lot of vets. So that sort of like shows you, is it scientific? Sure, like just as much as them. And we should be working together because this is a big team, a team effort, right? So...
they're all very excited about your course and would like you to hurry up.
I'm being told to hurry up by to write the course by my wife, by Drew.
Do you even have an estimate, or
Oh, do I have an estimate? You know what, Drew? I think I'm through all the, how many modules? There are like 36 modules. I think I'm at 33 at the moment. So I've got 3 more modules. Then I've got to film it. Then I've got to bring all the pictures together. Then an estimate this year. You looked like my wife then.
Okay,
Fine.
so I can see energy,
Fine.
and it's beautiful to see it go through you to them and back through you. Energy, yes.
I'll say that again. So I like that one.
Okay. Oh, what does it say? I can see energy, and it's beautiful to see it go through you and them and back through you. That's Mika.
Hi Mika, how you going? I like the energy reference stuff. You know, and you're watching me rush, right? You're watching me sort of like try to be present with this and present with that and present with Riley and make sure you guys and Drew and everything is working. I like the idea. I like, one of my favourite people in history is Franz Anton Mesmer. I like all that sort of stuff. I say this like little story that it's funny that I get like the comments from different countries, right? So when I get comments from like the United Arab Emirates, they're like, oh my God, you have God in your hands, bless you, and all that sort of stuff. And then we get to the Europeans, and the Europeans are like, oh, you're doing magnetism, and this is beautiful, etc. And then you get the Australians, and the Australians are like, good one, dickhead. So, like, you know, you're full of shit. So that's what the Australians do, which keeps me humble. So it makes me realise that maybe I don't have God in my hands, and maybe I'm not like Mesmer, but I'm a dickhead. So anyway, so I love all the different versions of that. But I love how the Australians are so matter-of-fact about, yeah, whatever, mate, just get the job done.
Lauren would like to know if you have any thoughts on treating a bronc with amazing temperament, however it won't let you touch its hind.
Yeah, go slowly, start with medial glutes, biceps, femoris. So who's this, sorry?
This is Mr. Independent.
Mr. Independent's running on Wednesday. Oh, wow. And he actually, so here's an example. We talk about, just bring him into the sun. We talk about, like, people are like, oh, you know, you can make anything sore, so here is a horse that is running on Wednesday. We probably treated him a couple of weeks ago or so. And you can see there is nothing going on with this guy. So, people think that race horses or performance horses are going to be sore. Not necessarily the case. We've seen a few of them that they definitely wanted me to go over because we wanted to make sure that they were okay to continue. This guy is just being checked over to make sure he's all right to race next Wednesday.
So this is a good spot to do this. Can you run through, when there's not a specific issue, your like order of checking and treating?
Yeah, sure. So my order of checking, I don't have it'd be good if I had markers, but my order of checking, I run over can you see?
Yep.
Hi guys, welcome. For those people who are kind of at the end of our thing, what I do is I run over the withers. You can see a little bit of a shudder there. Yeah, that could be, so I would just check trapezius. I'm looking for any little involuntary response like that. That's probably going to be either, we'll see, I'll fix that up. And I run sort of like about 1.5 inches or so off from the spine through. At this point, I'm being quite forceful, like you wouldn't be able to tolerate the pressure of this. I roll straight over the bum and I come through here. Get to biceps femoris, and then I roll through the hamstring, check the stifle. All right, that's caudal biceps femoris. And what I'm looking for is I'm looking for little twitches. Now, those little twitches could be usually, so I used to think that when I felt a twitch or a soreness, it was the back. It's not the back. What it is it's an attachment of the muscle into the back. So if I get a twitch here, I know it's the thoracic trapezius. If I get a twitch back here, I know it could be lat. And as I go further down, it could be the medial glute or the gluteal tongue, could be the pelvic attachment of longissimus, could be the spinal attachment of longissimus, could be psoas, which is from the groin into under the spine. So I'm looking for all these little twitches as I come over. It's going to be medial glute, then it's going to be biceps femoris, then it's going to be semitendinosus, and then I check semimembranosus. So the first thing I do is a swipe of that, and I know if trapezius, lats, psoas, the longissimus, the medial glute, the biceps femoris, semitendinosus, semimembranosus, I know if they're good or not. Then I'll check through the neck. Yeah, and I'll look at C2 all the way down brachiocephalicus, which is this, into the sternum. I'll check serratus here. We've got a little bit of a twitch at serratus. Serratus is just where we hold their head up, so I'll check that. Then I'll check serratus here, and we've got a little bit there, so I'm just going to fix those. Check deep pec, tricep, inside the pelvis. We've got a little bit of the attachment at longissimus in the pelvis. And then I'll just check through TMJ, jaw, pec, bicep, deep pec, flexion, make sure everything works there, flexor, extensor, and then we're about there. Probably TMJ, yeah?
And it's never the pole, guys. Never the pole.
I don't even bother with the pole. I don't even bother with the pole. So not the poles. Does that make sense? So that's how so swiping through like that. Here is the thing about my website, and some people are already on it and some people aren't, is it will, for every one of those little twitches that you see, there's going to be a module, and the module shows you a video of how to check that muscle, written content, an anatomical diagram, and then a video showing you what it looks like when it's sore. Yeah? So that's the whole idea. Can you hear the aeroplane? Or what are you're looking for the plane? How do you know the ADHD person in the room? Anyway, so with this little fella, we're going to just open everything up so he can move. I'll treat a little bit of the thoracic serratus and the cervical serratus, and then we'll just let him go.
Alright, let's see it happen.
Yeah. Oh, there's not much going to happen. Hi, mate. How are you? How are you going? Has he run before?
No. We'll have his first run on next Wednesday.
Yeah, right. First run next Wednesday. So I'm just checking through the serratus and it's there. Good boy. Anyway, so in winding up, guys, this is the end of it almost. So if you have any other questions, please go for the questions.
Shawnee R.
Shawnee R.
How are you differentiating between the twitch at serratus and cutaneous trunci? Don't do this to me, people. Don't give me the Latin.
Oh, you're gonna get very difficult here, Shawnee R. So I can actually feel the muscle through here, right? So it's right here. So you know what? Even if I say serratus for reference, just say it like I often say. Pelvic oblique, even though it's not. It's the longissimus attachment into the pelvis. But the thing is, I just say, or I say C2 or lower neck. Now that's just the attachment of brachiocephalicus into the sternum. I will always change things. I know I've been wrong. I used to think that that the thoracic serratus was actually part of the tricep. So I'm always happy to be wrong, happy to be happy to learn. So I'm going to say it's serratus. Hopefully that's helpful. Oh. Was that helpful?
Yes. Sorry, I'm just reading.
No, you're right.
What steps will you take to fix the issues you've found?
I just fixed them.
Just did it.
Yeah, I just fixed them. Just spin him around. Hello, mate. How are you?
Say hello to TikTok.
Yeah, I just fixed it. So, Shawnee, I don't know, Shawnee, if you just got on here, but I just fixed it. I just opened up the fascia, tripped out the muscle, or tripped the Golgi tendon mechanism out.
DJ's asking when you lift the leg.
Hey, DJ, thanks for sticking around, mate. I absolutely appreciate it.
When you lift the leg, what are you doing there? So when you
Yeah, okay. So we'll just go through. So when I'm lifting that leg, I'm just making sure that we have I'll get to it when I get there and explain it more.
We'll show you nice and close.
I'm checking out the range of motion, making sure there's no restriction in the knee, making sure that the flexor and the extensor are actually functioning properly. There's no tightness in those. They're the things that I'm checking. So, all right, so that's a thoracic serratus again. So for any of you people who've got girthiness, it can either be deep pec, tricep, thoracic serratus, or gut. Yeah, it could be ulcers as well. Or in America they call it cinchiness, like if your horse is cinchy. What time are we at, Drew?
10:28.
Oh, cool.
Half 10.
Nice. Good boy. Excuse me.
Micah says it's beautiful to watch you treat. Would love to learn from you.
Oh, thank you, Mika. She said it's beautiful to watch me work. You know what? It's usually when I can be in my own little world and maybe just listen to some music and chill out, or like just do my thing. I'm sure it looks different to while I'm trying to be present to a lot of different things and also be present with the horse and make sure we don't have a horse that feels confronted by everything going on. But I think, again, I'm really appreciative of Alex and Chuck Ray Racing for letting me do this here, and their horses are always impeccably behaved, like they're super chilled. And why wouldn't you be in a place like this? So
Lauren K, Lauren's been watching for a long time as well. What muscles would you work on your way down through the chest in between the front legs?
oh yeah, let's face straight on. I'll show you.
What am I going to show you?
Yeah, about there. Can you just watch? Can we see?
Yep. Perfect.
So we got. Hey. So we got brachiocephalicus. That's the sternum right there. That's bone. It attaches in there. So I'm checking through here. I'll check that, like that's a descending pec. So the main pec muscle. This is ascending pec through here. So I check that as well. So I have the neck, pec, ascending pec, or deep pec, biceps femoris. Biceps that I check. And then if I want to know if the knee, and we saw Jason the vet before, and this is one of the things that Jason taught me, is that if the base of this bicep is sensitive, then it means we've got a knee issue. So we're going into that, was it DJ? We're going into your thing here now, DJ. If you want to know if we've got a knee issue, here's the reaction point for the knee. Now, I also think that that's probably the attachment of where the digital extensor is. So I usually treat that in here. So I'll be just placing my hands in here. I'll treat that extensor, which actually picks up the foot, picks up that, excuse me, or advances the leg, the limb. I'll treat that and then that disappears. So then what I do is after I've gone through and made sure that all these are nice and soft, we don't have a problem. Let's go sideways again, Riley. How good have these horses been? Then what I do is I pick this leg up. I want to make sure that the fetlock touches the forearm, like that. And I don't want to be putting too much effort in. If I get a horse that stops there, then I know we've got inflammation or some sort of issue in the knee. We either have inflammation, a change, arthritis, or swell, something, right? And so be really mindful. Or if it feels, he feels really nice and loose. If it feels thick, so to speak, if it feels thick or restricted, then we also know that we've got either changes or inflammation. I will then send that to the vet and say, hey, I think we've got a knee issue. Could you please just have a look at it? So then they'll take over from there. Good boy.
Sarah says, do you stretch horses? Will your course go over stretching?
No, there's a guy, Dr. Mike, the chiropractor in the States. He does a lot of stretches. I open things up. He does the stretchy bit. So if you're looking for a stretching course, go and see Dr. Mike. What I do is I'm going to be teaching people how to, and I might do stretches down the track, but it's not where I'm going. I prefer you go and see Mike, who's a chiropractor but loves stretches. Whereas I want to teach you how to spot a dysfunctional muscle and how to fix them. They're my...
Mellon says, do you ever use KT taping to support your...
Kinesiology tape. No, no, I don't. I've spoken to them. I'm not opposed to it at all. I think it's fine, but no, I don't use any taping. I prefer to just fix the muscle.
Thank you very much for the explanation.
Pleasure.
Of the front muscle.
Now I want to show you something really interesting here. Drew, I don't know if you can get closer.
Oh, yeah.
I can zoom.
Can you see his ear? I want you to look at that little thing.
Yeah.
All right, guys, are we going to give like, you know, yeah. Anyone know what that is in the ear? Some should know.
Some should know.
This is a Dr. Mike thing. Dr. Mike did this thing. Can you see it properly?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty clearly.
Coming out of it.
Yeah, it looks like a worm. It is not. It's not discharge. It's actually kind of hot. So we're talking about horses that are sensitive in the poll. He's just worried about that. He's worried about that. But what is it? Does anyone that's still sitting there have a wild guess what that is?
Wait, do you know?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Oh, you're
But
not
I'm asking. So does anyone have an idea of what that is? Either say no or just have a wild
Is
guess.
it a wart?
No, it's not a wart. It's not discharge. It's not a wart.
Is it plaque?
It's not plaque. It's going to freak you out. It's going to be really gross. It's one of those, teratomas, those cysts with teeth and ears and eyes and stuff. Have you ever seen a teratoma?
No.
Yeah, well, it's kind of freaky like that. That's actually a tooth.
Yeah.
Yeah, Drew just went.
Yeah.
It's actually a tooth in the ear. It's not uncommon. Well, it's uncommon, but you'll see them. That's actually a tooth.
How does that work?
It's not. Horses often get teeth in the ears. Yeah. So Google it. Have a look. Yeah. But that's a tooth. So for this poor horse, is probably why he's sensitive about being touched here. Is the amount of people who would have always thought that it was just discharge or something that they should just pull out, would have kept on grabbing for that, not knowing that it's actually a tooth. How cool is that?
Do you remove them?
You can clip them.
Right.
To remove them is quite a no, you don't have to brush them. But to remove them is is an operation, so you could clip it. But don't pull on it. Yeah, got it?
Go.
There you go.
Ear tooth.
Ear tooth.
Just want to.
I know, you want to rip it out because it just looks weird. Anyway, guys, I think that's about us. Unless you guys had any other question, we're about done. But I really appreciate everyone having watched. Thanks, DJ, for sticking around so long. Lauren, Love Bug. There are quite a few people. It was really cool to be able to chat with people again because I haven't been able to do that enough. So, so if you have anything else,
Are you able to bring him on over?
oh, so you can get a closer look.
Closer?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, we can.
Everyone said thank you. Thanks for answering the questions. Thank you guys.
Oh,
for
my
watching.
pleasure.
That's awesome. Thanks.
for the like.
Mick.
My
Look
pleasure.
forward to your classes.
Yeah,
Time,
thank you.
Says Lauren. Always love watching your videos. This was great. Says Gracie's girl. Thank you. See you soon in Boston. Here's the
tooth.
here's the tooth for all you weird freaks.
Here's the tooth.
There you go.
Yeah.
Gross.
Isn't it? Isn't it weird?
Yeah.
Hey, sweet man.
Completely odd.
So yeah,
Thank you. Yep, I think that's
pleasure, guys. Thank you all for coming. Thanks for joining us in Australia. I know some of you are up really late, so we appreciate it. It was well worthwhile.
Thanks, Riley.
Thank you. Thanks.
See you soon, mate.